I think it's popping up.
There we go.
Hi, David.
Hey,
Hi.
hey,
Hi,
hey.
David.
Oh,
What's good in the hood?
thanks for joining.
You're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
All right. Well, so we were kind of going through NSYNC's chronology. I keep struggling with the word chronology for some reason. We were kind of going through that. But I think we're going to jump ahead to No Strings Attached since you were such an instrumental part of that. And for those of you who don't know, I'll do a little intro for our guest here, David Nicoll. He's a Grammy nominated and Billboard award winning songwriter who was a key figure behind the scenes during the height of the boy band era. He's the creative force who co-wrote the iconic track Digital Get Down from
Digital, get down.
Dang it.
from NSYNC's No Strings Attached album, as well as the fan favorite Christmas song You Don't Have to Be Alone. Today, he continues to celebrate the genre as the host of the exciting Las Vegas residency, the Boy Band Remix. So welcome, David,
You.
so much for joining us.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Of course. And I saw that you were just at the Pop 2000 show. Was that your first time seeing the Pop 2000 show?
No, I've been to quite a few here in Las Vegas. Whenever they come through, I go up there and say hi to all the guys.
Nice. How was it?
It was fun. Had a good time.
Awesome.
And I got the Lolo from Chris himself that he doesn't know who came up with that rumor that they're getting back together and doing an arena tour.
Oh.
TMZ.
I figured you can't trust TMZ.
No, and
It
that's what
was
he said. He's like,
Lance.
I don't know. He said, I don't know where that came from. I don't know if it was TMZ or how they came up with it. I don't know, but no.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you heard it here
It's
first.
too good to be true. It's too good to be true.
Yeah, yeah. And I didn't get a call to, step in for JT, so I just figured it was not real.
It
Well, I
can't
hope you do get a call if they need you.
be.
Me
Yes.
too.
Can I also say before we start the interview, can I just say thank you from all of the fans for giving us Digital Get Down, because without you, we would never have had the stage floor lick. I mean,
True. Like we can thank
we
David.
owe you.
We all owe our
Or
yes.
FaceTime.
Or
True. You invented FaceTime.
if it wasn't for Digital Get Down.
People
I
ask
mean,
me all the time, did I invent FaceTime? And I was like, maybe.
you kind
I
of
mean,
did.
it was like years and years before FaceTime came out that I was saying exactly what it was.
Well, that's what kind of was one of my questions was like, how did you guys even come up with that? Because it wasn't even like a thing yet.
No, it wasn't. I just saw it in my head.
Yahoo Chats.
Yeah.
No,
AOL Chat.
the whole song came about as I was coming from my 10-year reunion. I was driving and I just came up with the hook. I was like, digital, digital, get down. Digital, digital, get down. And then I was like, man, I love this. And then I called Fight Rin, who's a producer that had been working with me and NSYNC and Backstreet, everybody. And I was like, hey, man, I got this cool hook. I need a hip hop song with some digital sounds. And he's like, all right, meet me at Transcon on whatever day, Tuesday. I forgot what that was. And I went over there. He started banging out the track. And while he was banging out the track, I literally just wrote the hook in like 10 minutes. And it was like, I like it.
Wow.
And then out of the blue, like literally out of the blue, I'm sitting in Transcon and JC calls me and he's like, hey man, what you doing? And I was like, I'm actually at Transcon right now writing a dope song. I said, you should come over here. He was like, oh man, we just got back from Germany. I got to wash clothes. I was like, come on, man. So I recorded the hook and then I brought it over and then we just wrote it over there that night. And then, yeah, it was just cool. We just started writing and the concept just kind of came out. So it was really cool. But visually in my head, like I was seeing it, I was like, we're always traveling and it's hard to, be with somebody. So it's kind of like you got to like call them. And in my head, I was like, well, what if we could see them,
Wow.
And then JC did that great first line, passing me from satellite to satellite. I love the things you do for me so late at night. You turn me on, babe. I I was like, oh, let's go, go. So then the whole song came out, and it was like, yes. And, I wrote that originally for my group because I was on A&M Records at the time. And our producers, our main producer, who was like one of the top vocal producers in the world, who worked with everybody, he said, yeah, I don't like it for you guys. I guess we were more on the R&B side.
Mm-hmm.
But all the guys from NSYNC were like, we want that song. And I was like, okay, cool. No, well, we're not going to do it, so y'all might as well do it. And They did. And I didn't believe them until I stood in line the night that it came out at the mall, waiting to get in to buy my own copy.
Oh my gosh.
And,
sorry, go ahead.
And I saw it, and I was like, okay, it's official. Even though they kept trying to tell me, bro, it's on the album. I'm like, no, it ain't. Not till I see
album
it.
Sold so many copies.
Record breaking.
Of
Who
copies.
said that? Frank freaking G. Tassie. Yeah, Alex G and Rip Rock did they remixed it for the album. So me, JC, and Fight wrote it, and then they had Alex G and Rip Rock do the production for the album.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That song truly is so groundbreaking.
It was funny because
my parents loved it, especially when I was a teenager.
It's so funny how we listen to songs and we just sing along with them and not really even thinking about it. But then later on, you go back and you're like, wait a minute. We thought the same thing. We didn't think we were like doing anything crazy or anything. And so like later on, we hear everybody talking about it, we're like, oh, that does seem a little crazy, but yeah, it's cool.
As an adult, you look back at the songs and you're like, oh, that's what it means.
Yeah. And then it was funny because I was doing I was on TV in the 90s. I was on, I don't know if y'all remember, Roundhouse on Nickelodeon, but I was a member on there. And then from there I went to Power Rangers. And then that's when I ended up going to Florida and started working with Transcon. And I started off choreographing groups at Transcon, and then ended up writing a couple songs with NSYNC. But I worked with them. First, I choreographed their opening for their first American tour. And then we were already good friends by that time because we used to just hang out and play basketball and go to the movies and all that good stuff. And all this stuff just kind of fell in our laps, you know what I mean? So it was cool. But then now that next day when we went to Transcon, JC already laid the verses on that. And then while we were, just in between sessions and stuff, he was like, I started this other song and I think you could help me write that one. And so we got to the piano and he sang the first verse. And I was like, that's beautiful. So I wrote the second verse, and then it ended up being our next single that came out, which was really cool. You Don't Have to Be Alone. But it was originally for their album. It was a ballad, just a straight ballad for their album. But then Johnny Wright came and asked us if we could make it a Christmas song. And so we added You Don't Have to Be Alone on Christmas.
I didn't know that.
Sure. Yeah, Johnny, we can. But then it didn't come out on their album. And we were like, what the heck? And so, and then by that time I was, I think I had just started touring with Chippendales, or it was right before that. I know I was traveling with Chippendales, and it was either, I think it was Mall of America in Minnesota. And I went into the store and somebody said that our song was on the Grinch movie soundtrack. And I was like, what? Are you serious? So I went into the music store and sure enough, it was on the Grinch movie soundtrack. So I was like, oh, okay. So that song is great because it came out that year on that song. Then the next year it came out on Now That's What I Call Christmas, which was the very first Now Christmas CD.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, it came out on Now That's What I Call Christmas #2. So I had 3 releases. And then this past year, in 2024, I was looking for it and I couldn't find it on, I was looking on Apple Music and I couldn't find it on the Grinch movie soundtrack. It's there, but you can't click on it. And I was like, what's going on? I don't know. I don't understand. So I looked at their album and now it's on their album. 25 years later,
Wow.
made the album.
Well, so I was gonna say, I was like, I think it's on their album now, though, but it wasn't on the original release. Huh?
Uh-uh.
I didn't think about
No.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
definitely on there now.
yeah, it's on there now. I found it. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. So, although everybody's probably already bought that album now, so
Well, but these days, I feel like everybody streams it.
Yeah, we're listening to it constantly at Christmas. We love
Every
it.
Christmas.
They re-released it on vinyl, so I wonder. I didn't notice if it was on there or not.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's definitely a staple in my house.
Yeah, for sure.
Yay!
Okay, for sure.
That song is so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
I did my own version of it. You guys probably don't know about it, but I did my own Christmas show. It's on YouTube. It's called A Poppin' Christmas. A Poppin' Christmas. And I did a bunch of songs, and I included my own version of that song too.
Oh, awesome!
We'll have to check it out.
Well, and now you're doing the boy band remix. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so for so long, so I was the lead singer and MC for Chippendale's World Tour. I started that in 2003. And then, so I was touring for a while and I was like, man, there's no boy band show. I was like, I would like to do this because I saw all the reaction from all the girls and I was touring with so many girls in the audience. And it was just like, it took me from like, touring with Backstreet and NSYNC and all the girls screaming to now I'm performing for those same girls, but they're women now.
Yeah.
So it was just funny. But I think I recalled seeing Motown reviews and I was like, dang, Motown reviews have been out for like 40, 50 years. Why is there no boy band review show? So when I was over in Germany, it was 2012, and I had already had the idea in my head. The business plan was the same as Chippendales. I wanted a show in Vegas, I wanted a show in Orlando, and I wanted an American tour and a Europe or a world tour. My business plan was there. The idea for the show was there. I just couldn't get it up. So it's taken a long time, but it's here. And it's in Vegas. We're going to celebrate our 1-year anniversary on November 2nd. It'll be our big anniversary, first-year anniversary show. And it's been going very well. It takes a lot of time here in Vegas. I'm not going to lie. I'd love to say, yeah, we're on the Strip and we're selling thousands of tickets. But there's 1,000 shows here that you got to battle for everybody to come to your show here. Like literally. It's funny because I was just looking at a video. I went to the show, the Pop 2000 show the other night, and then I saw a video of them last night in San Diego, and I was like, wow, it was way bigger in San Diego than it looked here in Vegas. And I was just like, yeah, that's Vegas because there's so many things going on in Vegas. It's just hard to get, so many people to one show. And our show, we don't have thousands of dollars to put up advertising all over the Las Vegas Strip. I mean, that's like literally, if we were going to do that, it would cost us $7,000 at least a week. Wow. And yeah, we don't have that right now. So, but we're doing good. Word of mouth from our shows. Everybody, the most, the most used word after our show when people come up, they're like, it was amazing. This show is amazing. This is what we need. So it is a full production. We have costume changes. I have like 14 costume changes. It's crazy. People always are like, how many times did you change clothes? And then the guys have costume changes. We go through a little bit of history from New Edition to NSYNC. The biggest 4 groups, how they started and all that stuff. And then we just go through a review and just fun of all the songs. And it's like we cover, I think it's 32 to 34 songs in our show. It is bop, 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 bop. We don't stop. People are like, oh my God, it just didn't stop. And it was amazing. We didn't want it to end and blah, blah, blah. So it's really cool. So I
Awesome.
can't wait to get more of you guys, like the fans,
Yeah.
NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and just boy bands. The whole 80s and 90s boy band era is what we're celebrating. You know, it wasn't one group. It was all the groups that gave you all the feels. They had beautiful songs, amazing songs. And I just think it's something that we should celebrate and keep the legend alive, keep that legacy going.
Sure.
You know?
Well,
For
thank you
sure.
so much for joining us. We have to have another
Absolutely.
guest we're going to pull up, but if you want to stick around, I was trying to add the boy band project in the comment section, but then it like froze. So I don't know if
Oh, is that
maybe.
what? Yeah, because I kept trying to touch it because I didn't even realize I was on the boy band remix. And I was trying to touch it and it wouldn't do anything. And I was like, what's going
Yeah,
on? So I switched over to mine, D Nicoll 4,
yeah. So maybe
and I was able to get on.
if you log off of this one, and then you should be able to like or log off the video. Hopefully, then you can comment in the comment section because I definitely want everybody to check it out.
Real quick,
Word.
what's your favorite NSYNC song to perform when you're doing the boy band remix?
I would say, I think pop.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I love
energetic.
pop because pop was a true meaning of, you know, what we were going through as boy band members, you know, like getting all the backlash, all the crap talking about, you know, boy bands and all that stuff. So it's like, get out of our face. We're killing it. The girls are coming to see us, not you, bro.
Right.
Love
So
it.
it's kind of like that song. It's like in your face. Biatch!
Thank you so much for keeping pop music
For
alive.
joining
And
us and keeping it
Thank
alive.
You're
you.
welcome. And thanks for spreading the word about the boy band remix. We really, really appreciate it. Send
Once you
everybody you can
Facebook,
to follow us. It'll be great.
Yeah, check him
for
out. We'll
sure,
share it in our
boy
stories too
band
to let everybody
remix.
know.
God bless you guys. Have a fantastic day.
Bye.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining.
You too. Bye bye.
all right, let's see.
If I can figure out how to get off.
I know I was gonna say if I
Check
could
with
figure
us.
out how to, I don't know how to. Okay, let's see. Because we have another guest that was trying to get in. I feel so
Yeah.
bad.
I think if you X out and then it will,
Oh,
then
the
you can go
X.
back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only saw live because it's red and I didn't see the X. Okay. Bye.
Say bye.
Because we have another lovely guest that was trying to log on, and I was like trying to like hopefully get her to hold. I think she was kind of logging on and off. Let me try to. But that was so awesome. I didn't want to like cut him off. That was
Yes, he was
And he has
killing
stories,
it.
awesome stories for days.
awesome stories. I have no
Yeah.
idea. Hi,
We should have him
Melinda.
on again.
Bye.
Melinda.
Sorry, I have horrible lighting. I'm sitting in my car.
Oh, you're
Oh,
beautiful.
It's okay.
okay. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. I think Melinda needs no introduction, but I did write up a little introduction for her just in case people don't know who she is. She was the senior VP of the management team that guided NSYNC to global stardom back in the day. She was the former executive director of NSYNC's Challenge for the Children Foundation. She helped raise over $7 million for charity from all those events that she put on. She even produced their Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony more recently. She truly helped build NSYNC to the phenomenon that they were and was such a key part in so many different amazing moments for them, and still is managing some artists to this day, and we'll help her talk about that a little bit. But thank you, Melinda, for joining us. We'd love to know any like stories about the guys or fun things from Challenge for the Children, anything you want to share with us. We would love to hear.
Oh God, there's so many. Maybe you guys should just ask me some questions.
Okay, maybe we'll wind it back a little bit. Okay, do you remember the first time you met the guys? Do you remember like their
Uh,
questions?
God, I don't know the exact date, but they were rehearsing for a show or getting ready to do a show, and Johnny took me to see them and said, "I want to see, what you think of these guys." And I had been touring with Backstreet because we also managed Backstreet at the time, and I saw them, and I was like, "They're phenomenal! Like they're amazing!" So, and then that was history. I was
And
working for him right after that.
what do you? Because you said that they were phenomenal. Like, what do you feel like made them stand out to the other bands that were around that day?
Oh, their harmonies, their dance moves, their precision. You know, they were hardworking.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what we were talking about before you logged on. We were kind of going through their history and just even like that Pleasure Island appearance that they made back in 95.
Oh,
Like,
that was their very first ever. I wasn't there for that. I think I was out with Backstreet. So
but
that
like,
was,
but yeah, just the way, like their work ethic though, even back
oh
then
yeah.
was just
Yeah.
insane.
I think that transmits to today too, because all of them stay busy nonstop. Like they're always working on a project, they're touring, they're out, and I think they were hardworking back then, and they're still hardworking now.
Oh, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree. I think it's instilled in them. I think, Justin and JC were on the Mickey Mouse Club and that was hard. That
yeah.
was, 5 days a week.
And they were so young.
Yep. Babies. Ooh, it's
Right?
lightning here. Did you guys
Oh,
see that?
are you okay? Are you
Yeah, I'm
safe?
fine. It just flashed the whole sky up. I was like, whoa, I wonder what's going
Gosh.
on.
What
Yeah.
about Challenge for the Children? I mean, you guys put on so many amazing events. I wish I'd been able to go to them, but do you have any like fun stories from any of those events? Favorite
God,
memory?
so many. It was a fun event. I think Kobe, we would always have NBA players be the coaches, and the NBA rule is they're not allowed to play because they could play if I got astronomical insurance, and we just, we were trying to raise money, not spend money. So they were always the quote unquote coaches, and Kobe was a coach. And he got up and played in the last minute of the game, and that team won. I think it was Justin's team. And I got a phone call from the NBA right after it, but it was everywhere. It was everywhere. We got the best press out of it. So that was a really fun story. I
Wow.
think watching them do because one of the events we had was a scavenger hunt. And in Vegas, it was like passport. They had to fill their passport because, they had all the different hotels like Paris and Venetian, and watching those guys act, and girls, sorry, guys and girls, but watching them like act like kids at a field day in school. You'd see like A-list celebrities knocking over security to get there first. It was hilarious. I mean, we had great times there.
Yeah, they talked about that recently on the Pod Meets World podcast. I think Danielle Fishel
Oh,
was talking about it. And I'm trying to remember who the guest was, but she was there with them too. And they were all talking about how, like, if they did that in today's time, they wouldn't be able to do it because of smartphones. But back then, they were all just running around acting crazy, like trying to do whatever they were doing.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they had to do Polaroid cameras was how they did the clues.
Yeah. Oh,
But
that's
we
awesome.
could adapt it to a smartphone. That'd actually be good.
Well, no,
I
I
mean,
mean, they mean like people on the street would have like been like videotaping them and
oh yeah, yeah,
putting it
yeah.
online, but they had like a little bit more privacy back then.
Right, right. True. Yep, that's true.
yeah. I
That's
would
true.
love if you guys brought it back, though. That would be amazing. Is
Yeah.
there?
Oh, it'd be incredible.
A lot of fans have brought it up, saying like if we can't get the reunion tour, then maybe a challenge for the children to benefit charity. So
Yeah, there
just
you go.
throw it out there.
That was their last. Well, before they did MTV, that was their last performance. Was the
Yeah.
national anthem in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they didn't usually perform at Challenge. That was one of the rules. They were not performing. It was their off weekend. They just wanted to play basketball and do silly games. So it was really fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they like got to have that kind of as like a place where they could just have fun, though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
nonstop work in that time. You know what I mean? It was just clear that they were like exhausted.
Yeah,
Like
like touring, touring, touring.
I
all
mean, and that's any artist. Like what you guys see in television and in press is the limelight, right? But it's
Mhm,
the hours behind the limelight. I was
mhm.
just having that conversation with one of my younger artists, younger because they're, new to the business, but it you'll work 18-hour days and
Wow.
then you'll fall asleep and wake up and not remember what city you're in. I mean, that's how hard they work, and that's the reality of a touring successful artist is they are working their butts off.
Yeah.
And the people around them are working just as hard too. So it's like it's a team, it's a family. When you have a good group of people like the boys were, it's incredible.
Yeah. Well, what are some of the projects that you're working on currently? I know Kelsey Watts is one of your artists, right?
Elsie Watts, everybody go follow her. She is incredible. I know I'm using that word a lot tonight, but I've never in all my years, yes, I'm old. Oh, my car just moved. I've never heard vocals like that. She
Mm.
can sing anything. She's just, if you're in New York, she's currently in Six on Broadway, which is the story about Henry's six wives. It's like a pop concert, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
great. There's no intermission. It goes straight through. All the queens are singing. She's currently doing that while we're working on her music, but like I said, I've never in all my years, and you know, we manage Brittany, but Brittany can't sing like she sings. So it's reminds me of a Pink, of a Celine Dion, of a Whitney Houston,
Wow.
all thrown in a blender, and then her personality is just perfection. So she's a pleasure to be around and just fun, 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 fun. So hopefully
Did
she'll
you
be on
did you
everybody's.
find her online, or did she find you, or
Her husband found me. Her
okay?
husband, it's actually a funny story. Her husband messaged me on LinkedIn, and I don't ever answer my messages on LinkedIn. I don't use it as I should. Let me put it that way. And I never click on links on LinkedIn. And he sent me this long email, and he said he was from South Africa, and I have in-laws that are not my in-laws, a nephew and a brother-in-law are from South Africa. So it was a little softy in my heart. And I was like, all right, let me just click on this, see who he's talking about. And the hair on my arm stood up. The song was so beautiful. So I was like, wow, who is this girl? So then I did a deep dive into who she was, had a meeting with her, and it's been managing her ever since.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Story.
if you don't know who she is, definitely go check her out on Instagram. She's at
Really
Kelsey
check out
Wants Music. Yeah.
for
And
sure.
she's super her videos are actually pretty comical because her husband's always in the background being stupid. So in a good way.
Acting
In a good way.
surprised at what comes out of her mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's her biggest cheerleader. So to me, I just laugh. I call them the new Sonny and Cher. So it's like,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because he can
cute.
sing too.
yeah, that's what I,
Love it.
yeah.
We just had David Nicoll
There
on.
goes my life. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, we just had David Nicoll on with us, and he said
I
something
know.
about
I saw. I was like, come
asking.
on, David, hurry up. I got to watch a football game.
I don't know if you guys know, but Melinda was like asking to join, and I was like, I can't add her until David. Like, we gotta everybody.
And she's like, David keeps talking. I'm just
I
kidding.
know. There's literally the people I'm meeting are inside. They're like, we got a table in the back. I go, stop texting me. I'm on a live.
I'm
Oh,
so sorry.
I
Melinda,
know. It's okay. I love David. I love David. He's a great guy.
yeah.
I mean, it's a good problem to have that we have you guys both wanting to join at the same time. But we really
Exactly.
do. You want to? Do you need to go, or do you have time for one more question?
Yeah, you guys can. One more. I'm good with one more.
Okay. Well, I just want to know because you helped produce the Walk of Fame ceremony, and I just want to
Mhm.
know what that was like to be there that day. Because I mean, just even
Oh,
watching video
that,
footage.
that's actually a good story, too. And by the way, I produced it, but it was all of you guys that raised the money, right? It was the fans that got them their star on the Walk of Fame. It wasn't me, wasn't Johnny, wasn't anybody that works with them or their family. It was the fans that got them that. And they know that and appreciate it. Like they were blown away by it. Um, but it was really fun. And it was actually the Walk of Fame team is very like old school. So they're very methodical. They do everything the same. You'll have 10 guests. You'll get 5 chairs here. The boys will stand here. They'll be like, this was their thing. And I said, okay. I go, you might want to close the road. And she's like, what? I go, all these fans are going to show up. I go, even if a small percentage shows up, we're going to have 5,000 people there. No, Melinda, there's only room for 30. They're not going to be 5,000. And I go, okay. So the head of the Walk of Fame called my hotel at, I think it was 10:30. And she goes, Melinda, can you come down here and tell these fans to go home? Because you guys were lining up to get in front, right? You were lining up to get in, almost like it was Saturday Night Live. You were on the curb, you had your little line, your numbers, and I just laughed at her. I go, no, I cannot. And we literally got in our car from the hotel and drove around to see you guys. And I was like, this is awesome. Because we didn't know, like we didn't, because they hadn't been together, right? So we didn't know
Yeah,
if
forever.
5 people were going to show up or if just the people in LA were going to show up. But it was like lines for days, and I just.
Mm.
And she's like, "Do I need to call the cops?" I go, "You might want to, because they're going to stay overnight." Yeah. And then
Zero
you
times
guys to
10.
this day were the biggest crowd they've ever seen for a Walk of Fame
That's
concert.
great.
Wow.
I have like
Yeah,
chills just
they were
thinking.
blown away. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool.
That's awesome. Well,
So
thank you
yeah,
so much.
producing it was the easy part. I just had to get the guys there.
Thank you.
Well, apparently that's harder than
Yeah,
it should
apparently,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
How these days.
Well, now it's because they're all doing their own things, you
They're
know.
busy. They're both been busy, which is good. It's good.
Yeah, yeah. Listen. I'm always going to be proud of them. They can do whatever. They could make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So
Oh, there was something that you posted recently with one
yeah,
of their names on it. Anything you want to share about that?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, yay!
She tried. She
It's
tried.
Just
coming here.
something to look forward to.
I'll put it this way: coming out soon. How's that?
Okay.
Okay, we'll
We'll
take
take
that.
it.
And it's
Something.
not just in sync based. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, but we'll.
that's awesome.
You
Thank you.
know, us fans, we will take anything. We'll take crumbs.
Yeah,
Type.
I think it'll be another. Everybody does them. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Thank
excited.
you for that.
Awesome. We'll be looking out for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no worries, no worries. So, did you do giveaways yet? What are you guys giving away?
we done. Steph
We've
had
done we've done a couple.
and then
I have a signed Joey shirt here to give away later. Yeah.
Nice.
but thank you so much for joining us, and I apologize to your friends.
And we
Oh
appreciate
no,
you.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna go watch the Bills. I don't think it started yet, but they're all inside eating. So,
Okay.
Good
well,
luck to the
awesome. You
Bills.
guys
Thank
have
you so
fun.
much,
Thanks for having
Thank
Melinda.
me.
you. Thank
Thanks for
you.
having me. Talk soon. Bye.
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 All right, yay, that was so fun.